Hello, everyone. How are you? My name is Wanjiru Nguhe, and welcome to Mine is a Common podcast. I hope that you are breathing. I hope you're eating. I hope you're sleeping. And I also hope that you're sanitizing and masking and maintaining social distance. If you haven't been vaccinated, fully vaccinated, I hope you're making plans to get all your vaccinations. And I also want to thank you all for continuing to subscribe, for watching the comments. I appreciate the love and everything. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Just subscribe, yeah? And thank you very much for joining me today. Today I am joined by a friend of mine. She is a feminist. We've been friends for a really long time. She's actually my sister now. And her name is Nyambura Maina. She is a feminist. She works at the political space, and we're going to have a conversation that is very close to my heart. For those of you who don't know, in 2017, we did a campaign together.
We
did. She was the candidate, and I was her campaign manager. And we did the campaign. We did the actual campaign. So when you see me here looking like this, I have run a campaign, a successful campaign. We defined success by our own terms. It was a successful campaign in my books. So welcome, Nyambura.
Thank you.
It's good to finally have you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you look at you doing a thing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me.
Welcome. How have you been?
Good.
Since the last time?
Since 2017 or the last time we met?
No, since 2017 and the last time we met. No, since 2017.
Since 2017.
Yeah.
Well, we ran for office.
Yes.
We became number 3. And then
out of 9 candidates.
Out of 9 candidates.
Were they 9 or were they 15?
They were 9. Can we just clap for ourselves?
Can you clap for us also?
As first time people just getting into this space, a lot was learned.
Yeah.
And so since then, where have I been? I was in the unemployed.
Yeah. We'll talk about that. You people don't know. People just see Muhesh. They just call you Muhesh and they don't know.
I was in the unemployed and then got work.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then now I found myself again in the political space.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing with myself now.
Well done. Well done. Okay. So we vied for MCA as an independent candidate.
Mm-hmm.
At first we were independent candidates.
Right.
So what was that like?
Do you remember our logo was like a butterfly?
It was a butterfly. It was anticipation of Mimi.
Anyway, so why I started as an independent candidate?
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at all the other political what are they called? Parties that were present at the time, and I was like, no,
it's not happening.
None were aligning with my very idealistic positions in life.
Yeah.
So I began to, I went to IBC, and then I wanted to understand, okay, so if I'm not in a political party, so what are the other alternatives?
Yeah.
And if you notice, in 2017, there were a lot of independent candidates.
So people are saying, hakuna kuvalisha suti imeraruka.
Imeraruka.
So let us get things. Let us get people and not parties.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think there was like that move at that time. So that's when I was like, I mean, how hard can it be to honestly get 500 signatures?
Yeah, only 500.
It's hard to get 500 signatures.
You didn't know?
Because we didn't say, so we vied, yes, but we vied for MCA. So according to the level, MCA, you need 500.
MCA,
Kileleshwa ward.
Yeah.
So according to what seat you're going for, there are a certain amount of signatures that are needed from people within that area. So mine, it was registered
in that area.
In the area. That's what I'm saying. It's 500 signatures. But when you ask someone, so where do you vote? In Nairobi. Which ward?
They don't know
You don't know your ward.
Yeah.
Remember, that was a challenge. So we're going around with our IBC forms. I think
with a clipboard and our black t-shirts with a butterfly.
Yeah. We're the change you want to see.
Actually, Obama said, "Do you what?
Yo. But no regrets. It was interesting, but I think it was very hard to get the 500 signatures from people within now Kileleshwa ward. I'll speak to that word specifically.
Yeah. And then there's also the thing of like people trusting you because it's your name, because you give out your name, ID number,
and signature,
word,
and phone number.
That's like a security. So what does IBC do with this information? There's also the security breach.
Yeah. And also, I'm just coming up to you on the side of the road.
When you're doing your shopping.
Did you see the ones who are just like,
no, please, I'm not buying, I'm not selling. I know the Lord Jesus. Just leave me alone.
Are you Jehovah's Witness? You know, those all these things. So started off as independent. We saw how challenging that was. And by sheer luck, Ukweli Party came.
Wait a minute. So what were the requirements apart from the signatures?
It was the signatures so that you're able to qualify. So it's either you're either an independent candidate by getting the signatures and then they're verified by IEBC.
But yes.
So that you're able to now be on the ballot. Beyond that, the good conduct, the EACC self-declaration form that you need to fill. You need the carry pin. You need to be it's a tax compliance certificate.
Yes.
And then you also need to be cleared by HELB. So you make sure you've paid your HELB.
Paid your HELB loans.
What else was a requirement? Of course, the photos that you need to take, the size of the photo. You have to be a Kenyan, so your
by
ID
birth.
by birth.
You can't be a Kenyan by registration or by dual.
Yes,
you have to be a Kenyan
you have
by
to
birth.
be a Kenyan by birth to actually run for office.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of any changes in that, but those are some of the requirements.
Yeah. Would you advise it if someone was to come to you and say, "Hi, so you ran? I just want you to be my man." Would you advise it?
Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Experience it.
No, because you see, at that time, remember, it's not like even when we decided to do this, it's not like
this decision was made in a Noah outside of a church.
I mean, you can get to that point in your life where you're sick and tired, right?
Yeah.
Again, why are you vying?
Yeah.
It's not just for show. You're not in this so that you can just appear on the ballot and then you say that it's because you want to win. At least my intention was that I wanted to get into that office and just be the change and make sure certain things are just working because we deserve better.
We do.
Honestly.
Yeah.
We honestly do.
Yeah.
So I was the better and I offered myself up.
And we did a good job. So now you decided now to vie on Ukweli Party.
Yes.
So why? Like, what was it about Ukweli Party that made you say, like, you know what? Yeah, we can do this.
So, I mean, the struggle for independent candidate was real.
It was real.
And then at that time, we're like, where? So, Ukweli Party came as a bang, right? And that's, the party leader was Boniface Mwangi, knew him before from Power 254. But also, it was like, these are young people. The ideologies,
they align.
We're in the same WhatsApp group here. Yeah. So, I'm just like, this is God sent.
Yeah. Also, we were tired. If we would have continued doing independent, by the time in Africa elections, we would have been like,
so beat.
Listen, what I kai.
Yeah. And that's why parties in this country need to just be having a party structure is important.
Yes.
That backup is so important.
Yeah.
And that's why, as in, we push for party democracy where things are free and fair.
Yes.
Because that support
and people have an opportunity to seek power using the party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So having Ukweli Party and no one wanted to vie in Kileleshwa and Ukweli Party, so there was no need for...
There was no nomination.
So I got a direct
ticket.
But of course, there was a vetting process within Ukweli Party.
Yeah.
I just didn't walk in there and then I was given...
Like, hi guys, I want to vie. Yeah. Okay, welcome.
Welcome. Bye.
Yeah.
I think I went through an interview. They really just wanted to understand who you are and do you also align with their ideologies, right? It's not just a party in Achukwa to Watu. I think that's what I saw about the party. And them being new and not just getting anyone and everyone, that was quite unique.
And we were all in the same boat of we are all idealistic. We believe in this change. Let's see what we can do with this opportunity. Yeah, because elections is an opportunity.
Exactly.
All right, so now you have joined Ukweli Party. Now you are now on the ballot. We have moved from being...
Can we just pause? So, after you've submitted everything to IBC.
Yes.
So, the returning officer was at Kilimani Primary. And then now they print how you're going to look on the ballot. Can I just say that was a win?
That was a win. Because getting your face on a ballot, like, people don't understand.
Like, you don't understand the process.
That is already like, we are already inside.
Yeah.
So even if we get zero votes,
we are already on the ballot. So, I mean, just seeing even my face and then, Allah. So this is real. I think that's when it became like, okay, wow. So I'm actually going to be on the ballot.
You're actually going to be on the ballot.
Yeah.
And also because a lot of the time, like the people we see on the ballot are like older people, richer people most of the time it's men, although now we are seeing more women vying, being on the opening and seeing someone you can actually call. Like, I know I've seen your face on the
like you can see yourself there.
Yes.
Like, not necessarily me, but I can see a young woman.
Yes.
I could see that before it's very male dominated. And then now my face is there.
Yes.
Listen, that was a historic for me.
It was, I remember. I remember.
I think that and election day, those are my highlights. But
All right. So now we have now gotten to the ballot paper. We are now on the ballot. Now we are talking about the actual campaign.
Yes.
Sasa
kuomba kura.
Sasa ulikuwa unaomba signature, sasa tunaomba kura.
Yes.
So what was that like?
Sera.
What was that like? And obviously you need a team. So did you have anything you were looking for in a campaign team?
First of all, a campaign team costs money. And let's just be real.
Yeah.
This campaign was not moneyed.
No, it was not. That's why being on the ballot paper was a big deal, because you knew Muhesh akona do. Sisi hatuna do na tuko ballot.
Exactly. So first of all, I want to thank you because you believed in me. Guys. No, we're laughing, but it's so like having people who can actually believe in you is first of all important, because that journey is where it's a lot.
Yeah.
So just having someone who's just like, okay, sawa, we're doing this. And that's what you are for me.
And this was, I don't know what this is.
We don't know what this is, but we're going to do this.
Yeah.
We were accountants.
There was an accountant.
That's what we were.
Yeah. No, but we had a team. Like we had a large team. There was a strategist, there was an accountant. Yeah. There were all these people who were helping and also working with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But the bulk of the work was like, okay, we need to do the posters. We need to...
Canva is... When I tell you Canva is revolutionary, you guys, you don't understand.
Saved us a lot. But it is... The campaign team is important.
Yeah.
For us, it was just more volunteers.
Yeah.
Like, there was no one who was being paid at all.
Yeah.
There was just now, okay, we have some money that we've raised, so this is for the agents. This is for at least anyone who worked for our campaign got transport home and lunch.
But
it wasn't like you're on a full-term
salary.
Yeah, because we could not afford. We were not a moneyed campaign.
Yeah.
Though we did crowdfund.
Yes.
But a bulk of the money came later, closer to the elections. And most of that money went really to agents.
Yeah. We'll talk about the election day. Now we're just talking about the campain and the crowdfunding. Let's talk about crowdfunding. The idea of let's just go online and ask people for money. What was that like?
Well, at least, we weren't fake.
No, we were not fake. We did.
It wasn't like a story and then we're diverting the funds. No, we were very open and accountable.
Yes.
We made sure that we asked for money. We got donations from 10 shillings to 30,000.
I remember when someone called, like we saw the M-Pesa and it was 30,000, we were like,
like what?
Someone has given us 30K.
Yeah, we asked for money, but then we were so used to small donation, not small in a bad way, but like the 100 bob, 200 shillings,
500 bob, 1,000,
5K.
5K, kiana sana, you're like, hey,
5,000. But what we did as a campaign is called everyone, right? Or
yes, I remember we used to call, hi, thank you very much for your contribution. Yeah.
Because it shows that, you're giving your money.
Yeah.
So it means you believe in this cause.
Yeah.
So just like, okay, sawa.
Yes.
So there are people out there who actually believe in our campaign.
Yeah.
And to everyone who supported, asanteni sana.
Yeah. So, and also you used to do the accountability every week. You would give a breakdown of how much money you've received and how much money you've spent and what you spent. Yes. That is very important. Accountability is because if you're trying to create a different narrative, then you must do politics differently.
Way. Yeah. So I would show even M-Pesa statements were open. Yeah. Like if you needed to to vet or you needed to go through our books, it was very, very open.
Yeah.
So we did the crowdfunding. Most of the money, of course, came closer to the election, but some money took us, it pushed us to
we were able to get fair. We were able to get small t-shirts. Yeah. Like it was one t-shirt. If you see me with that t-shirt, it's one. It was one. Everyone had one, not a t-shirt every day.
There was no. You wash it and then you come.
And then if you leave the campaign, please reduce a t-shirt because
it's not even personal. It's just listen. We're squeezing the coin.
Yeah, we didn't have enough. Yeah, we didn't have enough of that money. And also, people gave things like billboards.
Yes.
No. So no, we didn't have a billboard.
Not a billboard. The banners.
The banners. Yeah.
And then also you have to pay for the security of the banner.
Listen, guys, for a banner to sleep, and wake up. Like for you to drive and see that banner, we have paid for that banner to be watched, and for someone to go home with that banner, because ukiwacha usiku itaibiwa. So for someone to go home with that banner and come back with it and put it up and pay for it so that it's not political, yeah,
because that banner that's a carpet, or
that is someone's carpet, so they're just waiting for the elections to be over so that now they can use it for their salon or whatever, which is okay. Anyway, okay, so what did you enjoy the most about the campaigning?
I think it was interacting with people.
Yeah, because we did like a door-to-door campaign.
We did door-to-door.
But Kileleshwa was a bit interesting because you can't do door-to-door in apartments.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was interesting, right? And that's very, I guess, very specific to upper class or middle class Nairobi, where, you know, the word is different. Like it's a Kilimani or a Kileleshwa, it's going to be harder than if you go to like a Gatina ward. That's in Kawangware, where people maybe are outside. It's not to say, it's just that there's a security layer that you have to go through. So they're scary.
The scary is like,
just like, no. So I'm just like, supatiane 2 flyers, tafadhali, naomba tu kura. So you don't even know where those flyers reach the apartment holders. After you've left. But where we could, it was Waroko, remember?
Yes, Waroko, we did a lot of,
We did a lot. And even talking to people who could not even vote for me was good.
I remember even it stopped being a kambuzi. We stopped asking for votes. It became, okay, sasa ata kura yako wachana nayo. Kazi ya MCA ni. Kazi ya governor ni.
So it was almost like we're doing civic education.
Ata kura yako skiza tu. Nisikize tu.
Exactly. So we were doing civic education at the same time asking, okay, so if you happen to be from Kileleshwa, please consider me as your next MCA.
Yeah. All right. And also, is there anything that broke your heart?
Losing.
No, the campaign. During the campaign.
We're still at the campaign. I'm going ahead of myself. I think it was just people asking for money. That's painful. And when you began to interact with guys, people just tell you their problems. Some days are heavy. Shit. And you're like, what?
Hata mimi, I don't
niko na mashida. But you know, it's the school fees, it's the, you know, it's the rent, it's the so mashida, right? And that was a lot. Some days were really, really heavy. When we went out.
And what was the most disappointing? Like there's heartbreak and then there's disappointing.
The sexual harassment.
Let's talk about that. When people are trying to take pictures.
Forcing.
And they're forcing themselves.
That was before COVID, y'all. So, you know, we were all up in each other's faces.
People want to take pictures. We are there in our t-shirts and to jeans and to ripped jeans, and people like feel entitled to your body.
The entitlement.
So now you had to come in and try to just, and then all of us were women. So we couldn't
That's something we haven't even said. Our campaign was predominantly women.
So we couldn't campaign at night. And at night is when campaigns are really done, because that's when people have come home. But by 6, you have to let people go home. Because
everything happens to them. It's your responsibility.
Exactly.
So I think what was not surprising but disappointing was the sexual harassment. Even the catcalling, right? People literally in your space and physically touching you
and feeling entitled
to your body.
Like, I didn't bring myself.
Even the conversations of, you guys are young women, you're not scared to be raped. Remember?
I remember that. And the guy was very. It's like, Amogopi, it's like we're supposed, it's like, who do you think you are?
It's like, how dare you?
How dare you? How dare you? Okay, anything you regret the campaign time? Like anything you could have done different? Or you thought, hapo maybe labda, tungewachana tu nao. Me, I personally don't have any regrets.
I don't have any regrets.
I have no regrets. I'm just like, okay, maybe we would have started earlier.
Probably started earlier.
Yes.
Done more engagements.
Yes.
So more talking to people or trying to create avenues to reach out to more people. But no regrets.
Let me have none. Okay. So now we have campaigned. IEBC has announced that campaign period is ending. And now we're now preparing for election
day.
Night. Elections. I think election. There's election day and then there's election night. So how do you prepare for the election day and night? What do young first-time aspirants need to know about elections?
First of all, you won't even sleep.
As a candidate.
Your whole team, you're so nervous because I think they close, is it 3 to 2 days before election? Yes. You're not allowed to campaign.
Yeah.
Though this is Kenya. But as guys, we were following the law. We
tried. Well, because in fact, our logo was doing it right.
Exactly. So we're like, so when campaigns are starting, when we're going to start at that time, when are they ending? We're going to end at that time. We even had a timetable.
I know.
So you're going to need agents.
Yes.
How
many agents? Because it's a ward.
Protect your kuras.
Yeah.
So your agents are there to ensure that when counting has begun, that they actually, I think they show. This one has gone to this one.
Samantha Maina. Nyambura, your name then was Samantha Maina.
So Samantha Nyambura Maina. So your agent is there tallying.
Yeah, with them.
Yeah, with them.
Wakihesabu tunahesabu.
Yes. Juu kura they're stolen.
Yeah. So like you need agents in every tallying center.
Yes.
And tallying centers have different rooms.
So
you need 2 agents in every room.
Yes.
That's a lot. We didn't even have that many agents that's a lot.
We had about 30. And remember, we were even paying them.
You had to pay because you have to ensure they've eaten.
Yeah.
You have to ensure they have credit. You have to ensure that, I remember we bought even books. We bought torches.
Yes.
Batteries. Painkillers, just in case. Then you take them food.
Yeah, we took for them
lunch and dinner.
Because it's the whole day. So they were there during voting. Yeah. So voting has closed.
Yes.
And the counting has begun.
And the counting is where it is crucial.
Where they're going to start with? They're going to start with presidential. So by the time they reach MCA, it's probably 3 in the morning.
Yeah, so they're tired.
Yeah. So we had, and then of course there was the money. So we had agreed, okay, for this gig, you're going to be paid X amount of money.
Yeah. So actually that is where the bulk of the money
went
to protect your vote.
Also,
that is to say how broken our system is. Because if you cannot trust the independent, the IEBC to make sure that the vote is actually credible, then what are we even doing? Why are we spending this much money? Yeah. Okay, so now we have talked about the voting, the tallying, announcing of results. Where were you at this time? I know we were making calls. Well, up and usimwambie kwanza.
So now this is when you're having conversation with yourself. So you're like, okay, so are you honestly gonna win?
Like we knew we were going to win until that day. We're like, hey.
Like we were doing a winning campaign, y'all. And then on that day, you're like, what?
Okay. Let's see.
I think I knew I was going to lose when I went to one of the polling stations. Because I went to all 5, the 5 polling stations within the ward. And I went to one, and voter imputation is real. Mimi niliona buses.
Unaona malatena sako, sijui what are that sako you've never even seen.
Even buses from Kisii. I'm like, Allah.
It's over.
Kumeumana. So that's when I knew, here, by the way, voter imputation is real.
It's real.
And
so there's voter tampering, and then there's now the bringing in of voters.
Yeah.
All right.
See, people are looking for seats.
And people want this money because they've invested. Yeah. And every one of those voters has been paid. So you have to return that money. Okay, so now elections have been announced. We've gotten our results. We have wakihesabu, tunahesabu. At some point, tunashindwa ni nini tunahesabu because what is this? So the results have been announced. We've not won, but we've got 1,000. How many votes were there?
Close to 2,000 votes.
Close to 2,000 votes. So to every one of you, 2,000 people who voted for us. You don't know what that means.
Thank you.
Like even when you're in the depths of despair, you remember there are 2,000 people who
believed in you.
Who believed. They woke up and they voted.
And let me tell you, it's deliberate because me, I was down there on the bus.
So you have to really look.
So it means
ODM, ANC.
Yeah. And then you figure, ukweli part, who's this? And you voted for me.
It was very.
Thank you.
Suti because
there was no
Suti. Yeah. Okay. So what does after election, post-election look like for you?
So my experience was unemployment.
Yeah. Let's talk about unemployment as an aspect. You've done this thing. You've proven your leadership skills. You've proven your fundraising skills. You've proven your everything that employers require.
Yeah.
But somehow, what happens?
And first of all, you're a woman, so you're being seen as too aggressive. Why you're in a political space? You ran for office.
Yeah.
Inamaanisha kichwa ngumu. This one is just no. We don't. That level of aggression, we don't want it. So I remember one of my mentors told me, so you're going to have to consider having 2 CVs.
Yeah.
the political one, just stand, be silent about it.
And what was the reason? So that if they see your gap, you are doing some serious things that the company would probably does not even qualify. All of those people working in that company,
but you see,
don't even have your experience that you've gained in those 3 months.
I am so sure this is just skewed to women.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a man who would not, take a shout from the rooftop that he ran for office. That he wouldn't say that, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I had to know. Okay, so I no. At that time, I was just doing something else. I was doing other things. I can't say. And for it's a good thing that it wasn't such a loud office in terms of I wasn't going for like governor or senator.
Yeah,
because more people would be aware of who I am. It was MCA, but I remember I had to work on another CV so that I'm able to see if I can tarmac.
And you shouldn't be able to do that because you've proven yourself.
First of all, having me is a plus.
It's a privilege, yeah, because I can do all these things like on a budget and I will still deliver.
Yeah.
So so how did it feel for you personally, and what did care look like?
I mean,
for you personally first.
So after election, I mean, it sucked that I lost. Listen, it sucks because we weren't just Bahati sharing. We just didn't get into this thing just for fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't there's a bucket list and then it's like run for office.
Yeah.
So there was intent to do good once elected.
Yeah.
And so of course now you're number 3, proud.
Very
you're
proud.
Not number 9 because you're at least you got.
We would never even have this conversation. No, we would.
And for context, I wasn't too badly off. The winner got about 6,000 votes.
6,000 votes, and he was from ODM.
And then the second runner-up was 4,000 votes.
From Kanu. Her name was Anne.
No, Jubilee.
Sorry, not wow. Jubilee. Sorry, my apologies.
And then myself, and then number 4 was like 900 votes. So I beat someone like over 1,000 votes.
You did, yeah.
Anyway, just context. So it didn't look like you got 2,000 votes and maybe number 1 got 20,000 votes.
20,000. It's like when you're watching those news.
It was closely.
Yeah.
No, but so the losing, of course, it gets you. And also the fact that it's possible that people in your life have expectations of you, and then now you're not meeting those expectations.
You don't even have the energy.
And you don't even have the energy.
Yeah.
And it's like now you're not doing, okay, so you had work, so you've left work to do this thing. It didn't pay off.
You've used some of them.
Some of your savings.
Yeah.
So for me, my advice would be, if you're young and you're getting into this thing and you're not from like a wealthy family, just have like an emergency fund because it's real.
Yeah. And when you're raising funds, like if you're raising funds like among your friends and people ask you specifically what they want, ask them to pay your rent.
Yes.
Like for like 6 months. Like if you're a sponsor your money, the kabisa, pay rent. Pay like 6 months rent in advance, especially once the election is over. Like for 6 months, at least you're not worried about rent. You have somewhere to go and cry.
Yeah. And even you can go through the motions, right? So
yeah,
whatever you feel afterwards. So at least you can even check out for like a month or 2, just collect yourself.
Yes.
But that being able to do that requires that you've planned yourself.
Yeah.
So on my end, I had not planned not planned for the aftercare after the elections. Yeah.
And now I love there are also organizations that come in to train you and everything. And this is amazing. But if you are an organization and you're looking at working with political people during the campaign, just pay rent, pay therapy. You don't have to give money to the aspirant because you won't give money to the aspirant.
They don't.
You won't give
we did so much capacity building.
We have
capacity to speak. Listen, we already have this capacity.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I think that's a conversation you actually need to have.
Yeah.
These people that when we're in this space, we already have the capacity, right?
Yeah.
But you're investing more in hotel rooms and giving us merchandise.
Yeah.
Than what is actually needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just look at the after election, and especially for women, you have like you're a mom, you have children, you have all these things. Just pay rent. Even if you're going to get the apartment and M-Pesa number, pay the rent, even for 6 months. That's capacity building we need.
Yeah.
Or therapy. Just look for a therapist. Ata kama ni tender, look for a therapist.
Talk through it, grieve.
Because So we've talked about what aspirants should invest in. Now, what about the community? I know I've mentioned the organizations. So what do we as a community, and even your team as well, what do we need to know with regard to after election?
I think first it's just just breathe.
Because we are all frustrated. Like, we've not delivered.
And it's no one's fault. And
yeah.
And you did your best.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And for me, I wanted to, it was painful, but I just wanted everyone to know that we did a good job and we're very proud.
Yes.
And it wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did something so important. I think for me, it's just, we used a political vehicle that has never been heard of.
Yeah.
We used several tools to raise money that were, new.
Yeah.
In Kenya, it's you're funded.
You're funded by cartels, by Motokijos, by all those things, all those people. Yeah.
So we were doing things differently. And I was so proud of everyone, the political party and everyone, even in our team. So yeah, after it's just take time to unwind and feel the emotions and ask for help.
Yeah.
Because it can be hard. Now you're trying to build again. Before you are being sought after. Now no one is picking your calls.
You're on high every day because there's an activity.
It's like a drug.
There's an interview. And then when election ends, it doesn't go gradually. It just goes to. So you wake up in the morning, you have nothing to do.
You have nothing to do.
No one is calling you.
And like the week before, you were like, okay, where are we going? We're going here.
Where's the agents? Don't have we paid of it? So you're busy. And then all of a sudden, it's quiet.
Oh, these guys want to interview you. Oh, these guys they're doing a community engagement thing. You're invited to do this. And then now there's nothing. Yeah, it can feel very, 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 very lonely. So that's why I'm saying there's like a grieving process that happens there. That just allow yourself to go through it and ask for help. So how does community help? So these are your friends.
Your family.
Right? Your family. That's if they're supportive. Because there's some people who are just...
Yeah.
They'll just make they'll show you, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you mad? They'll start even questioning you. But at some point, you just have to be a manga.
So, listen, me, I fight for
I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be told anything.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, you have to be your own cheerleader in levels that are just, because people will instill. Yeah. People will come and try and tell you, no. First of all, you're young. Why don't you first get married?
Why don't you first get children?
Get children. Yeah. You're too bougie, or you're too this, or you're too anything. So you will never be perfect. So just do it.
Remember when your hair, because your first campaign poster, you had
remember the photographer who told me he can't take photos of me because I had an afro.
Yeah. So you had to straighten your hair.
I had to straighten my hair.
And you had to reduce.
I had to conform.
You had to conform. Yeah. So, do you regret it? Was it worth it?
No. Do I regret it? No.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I remember when we began and we were like, you know what? Let's just see if it pays. If there's anything.
Because you actually have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I was 20. We were very young. 26.
We were in our 20s.
I was 26.
Now we have entered decades, but we were in our 20s.
Hello, 30.
Yeah, hello. Yeah.
Yeah. 26. How many 26-year-olds go for office?
I know.
No, listen, I have no regrets.
Yes.
Yeah.
So would you tell someone else to vie? And if they said yes, they want to vie, can they find you?
Yes,
Will you be willing to work with them? Yeah.
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 There's vying and then there's winning. Maybe one day you should have a conversation on winning an election.
And then, like winning an election because our context is, because if you're going to win an election in this our context, then it means that you have to do some very scrupulous things.
Because of just how the political environment in Kenya.
Yes.
Is very, very,
All right.
So, but this is not to say that you shouldn't try. If you want to try the independent way, you want to try a new political outfit, one that's not even known, just do it as a young person.
Yeah. Just do it. You have nothing to lose. Yeah, you have nothing to lose. All right, thank you so much for coming. Are you thinking of vying again?
No, I'm not vying in 2022.
But maybe after 2022, who knows?
Who knows?
I like that answer. I like who knows.
But I am active in a political campaign at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm working for...
Unless you don't mind saying. I'm not going to push though.
No. But I am active in a presidential campaign at the moment. Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
All right. Then how is that?
Interesting.
Is it the same as our campaign, or is it like, wait a minute?
First of all, it's presidential, so it's huge.
Yes.
It's huge. And I mean, now it's very early stages because we're dealing with more of the nomination to see if there's going to be a nomination stage so that hopefully we're able to clinch the ticket. So that now
you're on the ballot. You're the ballot.
Because listen, you need to. My presidential candidate needs to see himself printed out. That's when it's real.
Yeah.
So now we're in that stage of just trying to understand the whole process. Getting these
a
things
presidential candidate on a ballot paper.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
So just working on that. God willing, he gets on the ballot.
And then now you start campaighning.
And then now we start campaigning.
And then now he wins the presidency.
And then
now we start looking for
and then you start saying, then you start saying, but we're hopeful.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at right now. So no, I'm not running for a seat, but I am active in politics.
Okay. And all the best.
Thank you.
All the best. And thank you so much for
coming. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for this conversation. I really loved it. I've never taken time to reflect on what we did, and people don't even know how it was. But
how was it even for you? Give us a 2 minutes.
A 2 minutes. A lot of it was asking a lot. As a campaign manager, it's not your campaign. You're just managing the campaign, but you're not even managing the actual campaign. You're managing the candidate. Yeah. So a lot of it is you really have to check with your candidate. What is your candidate comfortable with? Is your candidate safe? Is your candidate sleeping? Is your candidate eating? Those are the things you have to look at. You really are managing. Yes, you're managing the people in the campaign, but you're also managing your aspirants. So if they're going for an interview, what questions should they not get asked? What you have to ask for the question in advance. Remember, we used to ask for the questions in advance. If you don't send us,
and then we do prep work.
And then we do prep work because also you reflect a lot of So you have to understand the issues, understand the Englishes, understand the Swahili. My candidate was she was looked at as a bougie candidate. So we were just we're not even going to try to sandpaper this. You're bougie. That's what we have.
Yeah,
that is what we have. That's what we're working.
Yeah.
So and also to represent you in a way that doesn't we are not something that you're dealing with. We are not something that you're trying to be stressed about. Yeah,
and props to I think the team did a good job.
We didn't even have any political training. Nothing. It was just every day. It's
hire her. Listen, give her all your money. Because no, and props to you because I mean, I can't remember a time when things were so crazy that you were not even able to manage. It could always, and it's teamwork. So she's also part of the team. She's not a star. She's also part of the team. Yeah. So also your candidate. If you have a candidate who is a diva, I'll pray for you. I will pray for you. It's all hands on deck.
But a lot of the checking up was after the elections.
Right.
Because remember, it's funny now, but I remember I used to call her to ask her, are you alive? Because you know the way you lose an election and you hear voices telling you even nobody wants you, even look, you're
a loser.
You're a loser. Okay, it's funny now. I promise you for those of you who are vying, it will not be funny in 2022. You will remember this conversation.
Yeah.
Just have someone to call and ask you, are you alive?
Yeah.
We were broke as hell, so I couldn't even buy her ice cream.
We couldn't go to Fiji for attitudes and wine or go to Lamu.
I go to Lamu, oh my gosh. But if you can invest in those things, please do. Especially after elections. Yeah. Switch off your phone and go somewhere to a lake. Invest in those things now.
Yeah.
Look, the money you're getting, yes, have it in the campaign, but also think about after election care.
Yeah.
That's what breaks you, even the 5 years after election.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so a lot of it was just a checking up. How are you today? How are you feeling today?
Yeah.
Should we go to this place today? Okay, we need to go to this place today. Okay, so let's go. So what are we going to do? I don't know, but we'll know. We'll figure out when we get there. And feedback. You have to be honest with your candidate. Don't be a yes person, yes man, yes woman.
Yeah, and don't have yes people in your team.
Don't have yes people in your team.
It does nothing for you.
Yeah, so, but there's also a way to be honest. You know, people like brutal honesty. You don't have to be brutal. You can be, because also your candidate is also very vulnerable. Because she's setting up herself or they're setting up themselves to be rejected. So you have to be really kind. Public, yeah. So you have to be really kind. You can't just come at someone with wewe hata unaongea.
Hata ujui kuongea
Kiswahili. You have to come correct, come kindly, but be honest. It's possible to be honest and kind at the same time. Yeah. Yes. That was my experience, yeah. But a lot of it was following her lead anyway. And it was like, okay, so tunaenda, okay, let's go.
So we're going.
Okay, let's go. And also playing with your strengths, because I'm better at people managing.
Yes.
Her, she's more admin and structural and things. So nikiona ni kama watu wamwanda sana, or she feels like she's a bit cold. She can seem cold, but she's not really cold. It's just personalities are different.
Yeah.
So there's also that. Understanding your aspirants' strengths.
Yeah.
And also understanding your own strengths and how these strengths can work together to deliver the campaign.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right. Oh, I love this conversation. This was amazing. Thank you so much for coming. And thank you so much to all of you. Please continue to follow me. I talk a lot of politics on my Twitter, which is @Wanjiru. And on Facebook, you will find me on Wanjiru Nguhe. And on Instagram, it's @Wanjiru. Today, I may not do a mine is a comment, but the thing I will do is, I will do a mine is a comment. If you see an aspirant that you believe in, vote for that aspirant. Even if the odds of winning are against them, just vote. Wacha anguke na kura yako. If they're going to tamper votes, give them something to tamper, because votes will be tampered. So make their life difficult. Vote for these people. Support them. Support a campaign monetarily with your either with your finances or your skills or something. Just support a campaign. Vote for someone you believe in. Wacha anguke na kura yako. Usisema una waste vote. Wacha anguke na yako. Ujuange tu alianguka na kura yangu. Mimi huyo alianguka na kura yangu. Yeah. And thank you very much. This was so lovely. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And enjoy your day, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is you're watching this. Thank you.